Nice to meet you. I really see her. I didn't recognize her.
Make any big mistakes, you feel free to hit.
No hitting. Yeah. I don't think there's gonna be any problem. And Marie kind of keeps us all in line when it comes to process, you know.
Okay. That's good.
Yes. Pretty. Yeah.
Hi, Jerry, how are you?
Want mine?
I fortunately remembered mine.
I have two pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your, Peter?
3, 4.
Oh, these are 175. They might help.
Right, Scale.
You know him?
Fine, leave it behind. Jacob knew about this, didn't he? Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Candace?
Does it help a little?
Oh, man.
Not quite as blind as you are, I guess.
How's it going? Good. Kansas City things. That's a good thing. Yeah, what is wrong with this? It's the best. You just see.
I don't.
I didn't say my day, right?
I get in there. Get back in.
All the way.
Good morning, buddy. Good. Yes, it's time, huh? Okay, we'll start the meeting now if everyone is ready. And let's open up with pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Marie, would you do roll call, please?
Here.
Here. Here.
And Mayor Pro Tem Cooley.
Here. Okay. Well, this is about the public hearing on the sale indeed for the Corbett Medical Building. And now is the time for any of you that have any comment about it or whatever to please stand up or come up to the podium and tell us what you like about it or what you don't like, if you have any objections.
First, we need to approve the agenda.
Oh, okay. Guess I got a little, okay, we'll approve the agenda there.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I'm kind of new at this, so if I have a de-loop Joe Biden moment, feel free to come up and hit me right between the eyes. Okay, we carry on then?
Letters.
Okay. You want to read the one from Will?
I've got a couple actually that I received one just before I came, so I'll read. The first one's from Will Faust. Dear Mayor and Council, I regret that I cannot attend this public hearing in person to show my support for the project within which Valley Village and Excel Preschool are working. As a resident, business owner, and parent, preschool education and childcare are extremely important to maintaining our town and valley as a place where we can live and work. The proposed deal will upgrade our existing facilities and create operational efficiencies that will make our local childcare and education systems more sustainable, which will in turn make our community a more attractive place to invest. This solution will improve our community's facilities at little cost to the residents and address a major concern of local parents and business owners. Our Excel Preschool's buildings are in drastic need of replacement, and this solution appears to be a wonderful opportunity to upgrade and invest in our kids' future. Respectfully, Will Faust.
Okay, there's another one. You want to read that one also, Kathy?
She's actually on Zoom right
Great. Yeah, we'll let Jamie.
Jamie, did you want to read your letter or talk about?
Sure, thank you so much. I didn't catch that. Was that Mayor Pro Tem Cooley is in charge tonight?
That's correct.
Thank you so much. And council members, I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't make it over there today. I've been watching weather for about the last week going, can I make it? Can I make it? It's really been a struggle, but I just wanted to voice support for this transaction. I had previously worked with Will Faust for several years trying to, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Jamie Stein. I'm the Executive Director for Developmental Preschool and Daycare Center, which is actually the parent organization for Excel Preschool. So ultimately, I oversee all of the operations for our program there in Saratoga, as well as Encampment, Rollins, and here in Laramie. But I did want to say that I had previously worked with Will Faust to look at some potential options for a new space for our program over there, because if any of you have been in our buildings over there, you know how outdated they really are. And it has created some real issues and concerns for serving kids in those buildings. We're concerned about the health and safety of those kids. And quite honestly, our Department of Family Services licensing people are not too thrilled about the buildings. But because we've been there, you know, they're letting us do the minimum to be able to stay open. But it is a really big concern for us, and we do need to find an option for our programs to be able to move into. So the Corbett Medical Building is a good option for us, and we're very blessed that we're able to work with Valley Village. We've been able to put together an operating agreement that will ensure the longevity for both organizations moving forward in this facility. And I do believe that the proposal of the deed with the option of returning to the town should both of our organizations cease to exist does make it a win-win for our organizations as well as for the community. So thank you for the option to present this to you, and I hope that you will see fit to vote approval for this tonight.
Okay,
Thanks, Jamie. I have one more.
one more?
Okay. This is from Shelby Merrill. Dear Mayor and Council, in anticipation of the inclement weather, I am sending this note to show my support for Valley Village and Excel to jointly occupy the clinic building once Corbett vacates. Being a mother of two with both parents working, I very quickly realized how necessary it was to have sustainable childcare in this valley. Once our oldest was of preschool age, I was faced with the hard decision on whether or not she could attend the 3-hour session because the logistics of transportation were extremely difficult. Unless we had help from the family members, the transport to and from would not have been feasible. Many parents in this valley do not have the additional resources, therefore eliminating the Excel preschool option for these children. Although Valley Village prepares children for kindergarten, I feel as though the classroom style preparedness of Excel is very important. The clinic facility is a perfect location to merge Valley Village daycare and Excel preschool. Having the ability to walk down the hall to attend preschool and walk back for daycare allows parents to remain at work and our children to have access to the best of both worlds. Valley Village and Excel are committed to making the improvements to this building and will continue to improve the well-being of our children with appropriate, sustainable childhood development. Thank you for your time and your commitment to investing in the future of our children. Best regards, Shelby Merrill.
Are there any more letters that anyone's got? Okay. Good. Any of you have any comments to make? Pros, cons? Yeah, please come up to the podium.
Hi, I'm Arlene Zimmerscheid. I've been a resident of Saratoga since I was a child. I don't have small children, but I do believe that we need a daycare service in town for the people that have children. It's impossible to be able to leave your kids. I was a single mom, like that would have been a great option when my kids were small. So I am in support completely of using the Corbett Medical Building. Thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. Thanks.
My name is Philip Munn. I've been a resident here for 2.5 years. So speaking as a transplant, the only way my family was able to move up here was because of Valley Village. We have a 2-year-old and uprooting from Colorado where we have family and friends to be able to come up here where we have no support system. It was definitely a requirement for us. So as far as sustainable development goes around here, I would see us as a pretty good demographic to attract as far as young families who are working here, investing in the community, buying, renting houses. And that only happens with the ability to have childcare. So definitely support this.
Thanks.
My name is CG Goodman, and I believe that Valley Village deserves an upgrade in the building. So I am in full support of using the Corbett Medical Building.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on, got to talk. There we go.
Okay.
The more you guys talk, the less I have to stick my foot in your mouth.
Good evening, Council. My name is Sarah Bruger, and I'd like to express my support for the transfer of ownership of the Corbett Medical Building to Valley Village. My husband Keith and I are homeowners in Saratoga and currently have a 6-month-old son attending Valley Village. Availability of daycare services is a major factor when recruiting and retaining families in the Valley, and therefore impacts the economic development of the town of Saratoga. As stated in the Town of Saratoga Master Plan, the town should support development of more licensed childcare facilities and support development and facility improvements to preschool facilities. Childcare is an essential service for young families such as ours, and we as a community should aspire to provide improved access to this service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Evening, my name is Amber Waldron. I am a longtime Saratoga resident, moved away, came back about 3 years ago. I serve on the board of directors for Valley Village Childcare, as well as have a child that attends Valley Village. I just wanted to support or voice my support of the proposed plan. Having moved back, we didn't have a lot, we do now because we have a lot of friends, but we didn't have a lot of support. We don't have any family left here. And both my husband and I both work. And up until recently, we both worked out of town. My husband worked for Sinclair and I worked for the sheriff's office in Rollins. And it was really difficult for us to make that decision to move to Saratoga because we had to, for the longest time, my son was going to daycare over in Rollins, which is concerning. I mean, with the roads, we had to travel back and forth, and just to have him on those roads was pretty scary for us. And then, we kind of had to come to a crossroads of, are we going to try to get him into preschool, which would require me or my husband, likely me, to no longer work. And it's just not very friendly to not have a good childcare, a good sustainable childcare available. And the possibility of having a childcare, and I guess I'll mirror Shelby's sentiments on this, to have the childcare connected to the preschool is really optimal for young families with two working parents, because I just don't know how we would make that transition in the middle of the day to try to get my son to preschool and then back again, as they don't offer transportation. So anyway, I just wanted to voice my support, both as a Valley Village Board of Directors member and as a parent that is currently utilizing the daycare and will be soon utilizing the preschool. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amber.
Keep them coming. We're doing good.
You've all seen me before on this issue. I want to thank you for your time and your patience and your willingness to consider this. I also want to thank all of the people who have been here for months supporting this. As you know, everything that they've said, it's about preschool, it's about childcare, it's about economic development. It's about making it possible for young families to be in this community and to aspire to have their children enter school fully prepared. I want to thank you all for your support, and I want to thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Ellie. There we go, Randy.
I'm Randy Raymer. I came here when I was 19 years old. I'm now 68. So I have lived here almost 50 years. I know everyone in some form. When my children were young, they were cared for by the grandmotherly types that were around town, like Warden Patzer's mother and Bev Reniker, whose husband worked at Saratoga State Bank. I'm kind of diving off into the pre-thing here. So Ellie and I have been together for 5 years now and married for 4. My first wife, Diana, and I, through the Corbett Medical Foundation, poured thousands and thousands of dollars into the Corbett Medical Foundation to allow the facility that we have here to be built and maintained. It is my opinion that having that facility move on now to what we're anticipating being 24/7 healthcare that we haven't had in forever, and having that building turn into something that benefits childcare is a big step. When Diana first passed away, my son Richard was on the town council, and the mothers of the community were here in this room challenging the council to bring childcare to Saratoga. Richard and I happened to be in Rollins one day and we went by to see what was then Tomorrow's Promise, owned by Elizabeth Ridgway. She was holding preschool in a 40 by 60 metal building with just cubicles. It was a truck shop, is what it was. And we looked around, and I had worked with them looking at buildings previous to that. And I just looked around and I said, I have a building that's way better than this in Saratoga. And so I brought the first daycare through Ridgway's to Saratoga about 5 years ago, 2017. And that building I sold to Ridgway. I remodeled it. I sold it to Ridgway's. I don't have any interest in that building. It sits across from the new building that I have. There are lots of people looking around to take over that existing building that they're leaving. But what I am so proud of is this group of people over here is that of course, COVID shut down the daycare while it was there, and Ridgway's were stuck with a building that no longer had daycare in it, had nothing going on. But I'm so proud of these people because they worked hard to take that from zero to capacity in today's situation, and they desperately need the space. And I think as people in our community who may either support this or not support this, I, for one, like I said, I've lived here 48 years. Some of you guys are natives. This is something that our community needs. In 2016, I was involved with the original the past town assessment. When I was here at the council meeting the other night, I asked a person if they had read that town assessment. The first top 30 things that were on that town assessment was 1, clean up the town, better medical care, and child care. And 2 and 3 now have the potential of being met. And so I think in that regard, even though it's taken a very long time, I think we've been very successful. I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. Come right ahead, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Rita Sondergaard, and I'm a new resident to Platte Valley. We live in OBC. My husband and I moved there 2.5 years ago, and unfortunately I lost him in October. However, he and I have been proud to be a part of this community and know from other communities where we have lived how important it is to have young families, and for those young families to have the access to childcare. I am also a fundraiser and have been for 40 some odd years. And I know that right now, childcare is a hot ticket for a lot of organizations and corporations. And I know for a fact that should this come about, that we are already in the process of raising money to do the needed additions, corrections, and construction. So I appreciate your being willing to listen to us for the opportunity of having this procedure take place. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for that.
Points on
That's 2 ma'ams. I'm Breck Monks. I'm the board chairwoman of Valley Village, but prior to even being the board chairwoman and being on the board starting Valley Village, we utilized the previous facility for our daughter, and our daughter graduated from Valley Village, continuing on to kindergarten. I have the privilege of working from home, which a lot of people do not, and I needed the break essentially, so that's why we utilized daycare. It is a vital need in this community, not only from the social emotional education the kids gain in the facility at Excel as well as Valley Village, but also the camaraderie they gain with those kids. We are a small community, and those kids go from kindergarten through high school often if they stay in this community. The other more important thing that we're providing through Excel and Valley Village is peace of mind to parents. They can drop their kids off
but they travel to Rollins and they know their kids are safe, they're taken care of, and they will be safe if something happens. And I'm in full support of this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Hello, my name's Tammy Wilford, and I've been with Excel Preschool for over 30 years. And I can attest that a lot of people here have been in our buildings, seen our buildings, and our executive director has kind of told you guys the need. Our buildings are in desperate need of repair or probably just to be condemned, probably honestly. So we, are really thankful that Valley Village has come to us and offered a kind of a partnership. And we, really look forward to working with them. The other thing coming from the preschool's perspective and also being a teacher there, I have so many parents every year that come and say, I really want my kid in your preschool, but I have no way to transport them because I work out of town or I just don't have anybody to come pick them up and drop them off. So that has been a huge issue for a long time. And I do really feel that, especially in this day and age, that preschool is a huge and important stepping stone for those kids that are going on to kindergarten. And so with us with Valley Village, I think it'd be very beneficial again, because we can just walk, they can walk their daycare kids over whenever it's time for preschool and we can walk them right back for daycare. And again, the parents don't have to worry about dropping them off, picking them up or anything like that. So I think it would be, a good combination between the two programs.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Come on, we got to have one more. We still got time. No one has any more. I got to say that I couldn't be more in support of this at all. It's the best thing for the community, the best thing that building could be used for. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be good. We do need it. As everyone knows, we have a surplus of little grocery bandits running around town. And I suspect after being snowed in for 3 days, we'll have a new batch on the way here shortly. So if that's all in, I guess we could adjourn this one, Marie, and have a few minutes before the next one starts. Okay. Well,
Motion to adjourn. Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Thanks, everyone, for coming.
Yeah, thank all of you very much. We love to have your intel. It helps a bunch.